Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Yoruus speaking and welcome to summary video for multiplayer game number 115. As usual, spoiler alert, if you do not want to know how the game went, stop watching right now and go to the first position of the playlist where the actual game starts. Okay, you have been warned, but if you do want to know how the game went, so you can decide if you want to watch the game or not, or you already watched the game and just want to hear me theorycraft and summarize the game, then I invite you to stay and watch and listen and yeah, all of that stuff. Okay, so this game was played on 10th March on Tuesday on Twitch. So if you have watched that game there, it is exactly the same game. I've got in this game Miss Ranma playing as Spain, Kleftor playing as India, Mr. Furo playing as Celts, Mr. Tank playing as Polynesia, and Mr. Webby playing as Inca. And I rolled Egypt. This was fruity draft, of course. I was hoping for a good Egypt game, and the usual rules of course apply, so no A-bombs, only nuclear missiles, no embargo city-states, no Blitz, X-Com paratroopers, no research agreements, no gifting great people, no raising buildings until information era or something like that, and probably something as well, but well, that's usual rules. There are so many rules right now and I don't even remember all of them right now. Anyways, this is my starting location. I planted my capital exactly on the spot, though people are actually saying that I should maybe move to the Copper Hill for the extra hammer or for the luxury right away, but I was kind of reluctant from moving away from bananas and river and basically food, but well, that was the basic idea, that I don't want to move away. There's no fish, but coastal allows for a coastal trade route. But decent start. It's a troll start, basically. You want to go on the river, but you can't go on the river because there's bananas. You want to go on the mountain, but you can't go on the mountain because you've skipped the coast. So that's like a very hard choice. But anyways, I decided to stay in here, and my initial plan was like, I want wonders. I'm Egypt. I finally want to get a game where I get wonders. So I was hoping to start off with a great library. And so I skipped not that far ahead, but my initial plans were spoiled so bloody much. Now, as you can see, I do have population 6. I was kind of neat that I have not moved because there's a second banana in range of my capital. But there has been problems. And I mean serious problems. Now, Ranma is playing as Spain, and she did find a wonder. 6 tiles from her capital, she found a wonder, and that wonder is King Solomon's Mine, which she planted instantly. And I was like, oh bloody hell, GG, basically, like GG. So my initial plan was going for Great Library, but as soon as I like one turn before reaching the tech, I believe I see Spain on writing tech already, and with King Solomon's Mine in the second city rocking 20 hammers at demographics, and I'm saying like, no way I can get Great Lib, and if I invest into Great Lib, I will be screwed very much against all of those hammers. So I did not go there. I was hoping to go there. I did get a library instead. Went into Tradition Liberty Mix, which was my initial plan because I like that opening very much. Especially if I want to start off with a wonder, because this allows me to actually grow my capital, get the wonder quite quickly, especially if other people just go for tradition. and at the same time get the settlers. So after that first wonder I really want to get, then I can spam cities. But plans were spoiled. Not only that, there has been another issue, how I like to call it, Cleftor issue. Now Mr. Cleftor with India was very, very close to me. Maybe not super close, but his first idea of a settling spot is Natural Fate Wonder. I believe there was like Mount Kailash or something like that, somewhere around in these parts of the map, where I really, really wanted to go with my first settler, because it would give me a coastal trade route, and Cleftor is not on the coast. So of course I could not block him off. I asked him where is he going. He said he's going to go there. So now I had troubles. I couldn't really commit to a settler because I was waiting for a free settler, so he already had that settler on the way. That's one con basically of this opening. You still have the settler a little bit later instead of a 3-pop tradition settler or just 3-pop settler. But now I had two problems to solve. Problem number one is Spain on a natural wonder with like crazy hammers and crazy good start. Not only that, a Petra, potentially Petra capital. And I have Cleftor near me. With India, that will just skyrocket in the late game most probably, especially that we need to share not that much of land. Really not that much of land. So my initial plan was to actually attack Spain. Figuring that out, I was thinking like, okay, plan C basically, spam cities, get as much hammers as possible, and attack Spain, then deal with Cleftor. That was like my initial idea. The idea that switched around like at least couple of times during the game. But definitely the first thing I wanted to achieve is plant as much cities as quickly as possible while still retaining positive happiness. I think this is a good screenshot to show you basically with what I was working with. Yeah, Warmonger Yoruus is for what I was saying right now, and a couple of funny parts that happened. I did get a Pantheon. I did get a Culture Pantheon from Pastures. There's basically literally no Fate Pantheon that I could possibly use. And there's a ton of Pastures. I decided to plant a lot, and I mean a lot of aggressive cities, especially to Cleftor. You can see I have a city almost on top of its capital. So now I'm at 7 cities overall versus 2 cities of Cleftor. I am rocking first hammers. I did get the free settler. I did open piety to get my burial tombs ready. I did get some gold earlier on. I stalled tons of workers. City states hate me, and they will hate me to the rest of this, to the end of this game basically. They will hate me because I stole so many workers, but I thought this is totally necessary in this game. If I want to think about doing anything in here, I need to do it. And as you can see, my plan already changed. Instead of going for Spain, who actually forward settled me, I don't know, somewhere in the back of my head I was thinking like, okay, I'm gonna go against Spain right now, and Cleftor has nowhere to go really, because I like blocked off him completely. So Cleftor has no way to go. It's rather unlikely he will just stay on 2 cities until the late game. Just sit there and wait until I'm gonna kill Spain and then like gonna go kill him. So taking all of that into consideration, I actually decided to attack Cleftor first. Well, I decided to attack Cleftor first, but technically he declared war on me. I was like gathering those war charts in here, still trying to get burial tombs online so I could grow my cities just a little bit. But he decided to declare war on me. Of course, that is absolutely wise idea. I'm like, he knows what's cooking, so he tried to react first. And that kind of forced me into, of course, war mode instead of building the so much needed economy at my land. So Kleftor tried to put up resistance, but eventually I did kill him. Of course, I had like tons more hammers, and eventually I did kill him. He did not really stand too much of a chance. War chariots are just so darn fast, so cheap. Yes, he's got war elephants too, but in the end my extra hammers was just too much for him. I just flooded him with units and slowly killed off his capital. Then he did try to fight a little bit with Mumbai, but after I took his last war elephants, he GG'd out. So GG Kleftor, I'm sorry again. I'm sorry, this is like getting a habit of mine to destroy Mr. Kleftor in games. We're neighboring quite often lately, which makes me super sad. Well, it makes me super sad that we need to go to war. But basically this is the end of Kleftor in this game. So sad days, no more Kleftor in this game. As you can see, he had not much space to go from here. Maybe he could plant 2 more coastal cities, but that would be stretching it because I like block off all of these spots. So now I have all of this empire. I've got 9 cities, Mumbai and Delhi. Maybe I'm just gonna skip to the next. Okay, turn 100. Turn 100, and turn 100 is quite horrible. It's quite horrible. I am slowly getting the economy up. I'm really trying to get my economy up, but there are slight problems. And now problem is called Spain, problem is called Tank, problem is actually called Webby and Furo. There's tons of problems in this game. The closest problem that I do have is Spain, who is like having such a crazy gold income. All of my cities, that's Spain religion, tide. Such a huge gold income. I'm thinking like, I'm looking at that, I'm like, no, I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm not sure if I'll be able to catch up later on. And on top of that, I've got only 1 coastal city, but that coastal city is my capital, and Tank is like planting all over the place on coast. So, you know, for a second there I was like asking him, are you going to Gallius? But he's Polynesia. Am I going to see Galliuses on my capital soon? That did not happen though, but Furo fought with Tank with frigates, then Tank sort of slowed down Furo, so Furo conceded later on, and Tank had like battleships later on and stuff. At every given time they could get in here, kill my capital. I'm tradition still. Just problem. I can't really defend and invest into naval, army or defense while I'm trying to go for Spain, who is the tech leader, is just crazy gold amounts and all that cool stuff. So I made a choice, and looking at this from a time perspective, I'm not sure if that was a correct choice. I believe that I should have, though as at the same time, I think while I was killing Kleftor, Ranma actually did get to civil service, or maybe even crossbows, I don't know. But I do believe that I should have went straight after Kleftor, still keep up building troops instead of economy, and go for Spain right away. And now what I try to do is like, not sure, it was like echo glass cannon sort of stuff. So universities, workshops, factories, public schools, and then artillery. And I was thinking like, maybe I can hit the timing to attack Spain with artillery. If you have watched my previous game, the game 114, without spoiling, so if you haven't watched that, like mute the video or something for a second. But if you have watched that there, I had Cleftor, my closest neighbor, and in that particular game, I went, like workshops, universities, but instead of going for factories and public schools, I did go for artillery. And I was able to kill him before like research labs and infantry kicked in, but I did not have the early war that I had in this game. But in the end, I also couldn't really catch up to the rest of the people that had peace. Now, in this particular game, I did kill India, I did kill Cleftor quite quickly, and now I decided to take a different approach to the late game, which is actually getting factories and public schools and building up economy, order, hammers, all that cool stuff, instead of going straight for artillery and trying to push with artillery right away. Looking at it from a time perspective, that was probably a mistake, but not necessarily a mistake that would still save my game up. You can probably already tell that this game did not work that well for me. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about basically right. And I think that this particular screenshot tells you everything you need to know about the timings. I had war, early war, not that long maybe, but still early war, quite a lot of investment into that, a lot of cities, quite a lot of cities that needed to grow. The NC turned 110, I'm serious, 110 National College in this particular game. So you could say that, okay, it's turned 151 euros, okay, you've got 600 science. Well, yes and no. I mean, yes, I do have that, but no, I could maybe get more because I do believe I went hammers from order instead of factory science, which I actually had. So I got tons of hammers, but again, I missed the timing. As you can see, Miss Ranma got freedom. She's got 6 foreign legions that she improved into infantry, and she's attacking me right now. And I would say the only thing that actually allowed me to withstand, I needed to burn the scientists as well to get to Great War Infantry. So the only thing that actually saved me against this attack, as you can see, I was slowly like getting artillery, and then I see like boom, research labs on Spain. I'm like, no, I'm too late, I can't do this. But well, I tried at least. I really tried. So she's like getting in here onto me with Great War with infantry, and this is not looking good. But thankfully, she did make a couple of mistakes at war, so I was able to withstand that attack. As you can see, finally my Great War Infantry is getting in here. Everything is pillaged, but the city is here standing. Thankfully I did build up some defenses. Research lab soon, plastics in 5 turns. I did not die. I did not lose the first city. Her attack was a total failure. Did pillage me, well, maybe not a total failure, but did force me to burn great scientists, did force me to skip again a couple of echo buildings, trying to get Great War Infantry. Oh, I did miss the... Actually, Ranma did get a reformation belief from Piety, and she did pick buying command science buildings for Fate, which was tremendously helpful to me in this particular game because I did not have to hard build public schools in my biggest cities. I was able to buy them with Fate, which was super great because I was like building factories in all my cities and slowly buying a public school, which was very helpful. But anyways, this attack is pushed back, but it's not looking good. She's so far ahead. She did not get like reinforcements, no artillery incoming in the back. So after this initial attack was pushed back, she actually there was a line of defensive units. Okay, there was a line of defensive units. I'm gonna show you that. Okay, that was sort of like a trench warfare. Trench warfare. At some point, of course, she was first at planes, so I lost a lot of units by bombardment. Then I finally get my fighters, well, fighters, my 3 planes. But then she got like fighters and bombers, so I finally get fighters and bombers. Uh, every single time I'm like 2 or 3 techs behind. As you can see, I'm in golden age. I'm losing, like, normally I'm losing minus 100 gold. I don't have research labs everywhere, so overall my economy, people on Twitch was like saying, why she's not attacking, she's got infantry and she's not attacking. Well, in the end, even that she delayed that attack a little bit, it still like destroyed all my hopes for the late game. Like boom, can't get that, need to get troops, can't get stock exchanges, research labs, all the other stuff that I really needed. All of that like destroyed. And war 1 minus 100 gold, so around 600 science. Total horrible. Total horrible. And and she's got those bombers in here, couple of great scientists saved up, and there has been a problem basically. What could I possibly do when she gets nukes? What could I possibly do when she gets nukes? And she got nukes. So, and this is the turn. Oh yeah, this is the turn when hell broke loose. As you can see, my army destroyed. There's no more. I do believe that perhaps I could have saved this up, because my troops were like, I was all around the city finally. My bombers were finally trying to deal damage in here. I was hoping to get artillery there. On top of that, I have no aluminium, so I do have rocket artillery tech, but I can't make any rocket artilleries, which was just plain out horrible. Which was just crazy, horrible. And Civ party said like, dude, uranium is in Tundra. And that was too late. I already was nuked. I was already nuked. If I would notice that a little bit earlier, that there is a mine on the damn Tundra, that was be like 1 + 1 = 2. There's uranium. Just get there and you won't get nuked, because I'm like 4 techs or 5 techs to bomb shelters. But I did not notice that. I was nuked. Kaboom! All my fighters went down. Most of my troops went down. I don't have rocket artillery. I still have the hammers. But okay, I could maybe pillage this mine and try to keep this mine pillaged. It's a little bit too late though, but try to keep that mine pillaged. And like waste troops, just that she will not get uranium. No uranium, no uranium. But I have no idea, maybe a city state would have an uranium or something like that. I don't think they would like stop too much. And one more nuclear missile at Giza and that city is like poof, vaporized. So no more citadels, no more stuff in there. All the front is like pushed back. Alright, my capital cannot be nuked yet, but what was I supposed to do? But have no fear, though I was not able in the end to kill Spain. We did concede to Webby, Inca, who supposedly could have nuked Spain a long time ago. Long time ago. Because he was like having peace, total peace throughout the course of this game, surprisingly. But we did concede. Well, we had technical difficulties, so after like 2 reloads in the crucial turns, that still did not work. So we didn't really want to play the game still with like reload every 2 turns. And I didn't see any more options for me to do. Yes, I could try to fight a little bit more. But basically my tech path mistakes, maybe I should have went like straight for bomb shelters, would be a little bit helpful, or just go, I'm like, I could have done a couple of things differently. I could have attacked Spain right after I killed. Well, actually, I could have attacked Spain instead of attacking Kleftor with war chariots. I could have went for Spain right after war chariots. I could have skipped universities and go for crossbows and attack Spain. I could have skipped factories and public schools and go for artillery and attack Spain, or several things that I could do differently. But in the end, I don't think those other things that I could have done, in comparison to what I did, would give me a better chance to actually face off the other players in this game. So the Furu voted your 11th, Tank voted your 11th, Webby was like winning easily, and there's still Spain problem. So in the end, again, early war, it's like, it's mathematically proved basically. If you have war at the early stages of the game and other players do not have war, there is a very, very small window of opportunity that you can actually do something, because later on you will miss those crucial techs that are just devastating by quite a lot of turns. And this is what happened in this game. Anyways, it was a quite interesting game. I do like it. Early war plus then SimCity like crazy, and a little bit more of late, even not late info war, just modern atomic era warfare, which was quite interesting, though ended in a stalemate broken by nukes. Anyways, a very cool game. So thank you very much for the game, everybody. GG, and thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this summary. If you have not watched the game, I do invite you to watch the game. The first position of the playlist where the game starts is around in here, and yeah, basically that's it. So best wishes, Yoruus.